In this video, I'll give you 5 of the best ways to make money in Animal Crossing without having to rely on turnips. So anytime you search online for Animal Crossing money-making tips, every video you find will undoubtedly mention the stock market or buying and selling turnips. And it's true. Buying and selling turnips is the most efficient way to make large amounts of money fast in Animal Crossing. But what about those who maybe don't have time to check prices multiple times every single day? Or don't want to go through the hassle of waiting in long lines to travel to other islands? Or maybe you just forgot to play on Sunday, which is the only day to buy turnips. What are the other ways to make bells? Today we're going to go over 5 of the best ways to make bells fast in Animal Crossing New Horizons. People of the internet's RetroRaconteur here. If this is your first time visiting the channel, we're all about helping you connect and share stories with friends and family through the power of video games. And lately, one of the best games to connect and share with others has been Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now, as I mentioned at the opening, today we're focused on making money without turnips. Now let's get started. Number 1. Selling fruit. So one of the best ways to start making money, even early on, is to sell fruit. Now this is going to start off very simple, but there's actually quite a bit of depth to selling fruit that can net you even more bells. To get started, you simply shake trees and sell the fruit. Now if you're new to the game, you may not know that each island has its own native fruit. The fruit you have on your island will sell for 100 bells each. At the time of this recording, there are currently 6 fruits in Animal Crossing New Horizons: apples, cherries, coconuts, peaches, pears, and oranges. You can actually get all fruits on your island by visiting other islands. Now, the reason you want more than one fruit on your island is because non-native island fruits sell for 500 bells each, with the exception of coconuts, which sell for 250 bells each. Still, both are quite a big jump from the 100 bells you get with your native fruits. Now, if you really want to maximize your profits rather than immediately selling any new fruits you obtain, you'll want to consider planting fruits in the ground instead. After planting those fruits, wait 3 to 4 days, and that tree will bear fruit. So the one fruit you planted will end up being 3 fruits in 3 to 4 days. Then you can shake the tree, which will continue to bear fruit over and over again every few days. It's definitely worth your time to plant plenty of fruit trees around your island. Number 2. Sell crafted items. If you start to find yourself with an overabundance of materials, such as rocks or a certain kind of wood, consider crafting them into furniture before selling. A lot of times, players will simply sell the extra materials, but you'll get more bang for your buck by using your DIY recipes to turn those spare materials into furniture. And don't forget to check out the hot item of the day at Nook's Cranny, which could end up being an item you can craft, which of course will net you even more bells. Number 3. Catching bugs and fish. Okay, look, not gonna lie to you guys, this one is my favorite way of making money in New Horizons. For one, catching bugs and fish is just plain fun. I suggest using a guide or app so you can target specific bugs and fish that are worth the most. The acnh.guide app is fantastic. There's also the animalcrossing.fandom wiki. I've also created graphics that make it easy to keep track of the new bugs and fish. I'll include a link to all of these down in the description below. Now, you may have the urge to sell your bugs and fish right away at Nook's Cranny, but unless you need the money fast, you'll be much better off by waiting for a visit from Flick or CJ. They both pay 50% more than Nook's Cranny. So where Nooks would buy a giant stack for 10,000 bells, Flick will pay 15,000 bells. You can also use the Nook's Cranny drop-off box overnight when your store is closed. However, this is the worst of the 3 methods, as you'll only get 80% of the standard Nook's Cranny pricing. Of course, you can also sell the new sea creatures, which were added to the game as part of the summer update. However, there's no special vendor like CJ or Flick to earn even more from your efforts. And thanks to the recent changes in how the game handles visitors to your island, you should never have to go too long without having a visit from Flick or CJ. Number 4. Fossils. Fossils are a great way to make money in New Horizons and require surprisingly little effort. The only challenge is to find where they've spawned on your island. I've heard of as many as 6 spawning per day, but the most I've ever seen in a day is 4. Usually I have at least 3 on my island. I do recommend you focus on completing the museum before you start selling fossils, but of course that's entirely up to you. The prices on fossils vary, but it's almost always worth your time. Don't forget, you'll always want to have the fossils assessed first by Blathers at the museum before you take them to Nook's Cranny. My son actually tested out a few weeks ago. You can sell the fossils by themselves before they've been assessed, but I think it only nets you something like 200 bells. It's very small. If you're getting value out of these tips so far, guys, consider giving this video a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more Animal Crossing tip videos on the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. And that's going to take us right into number 5. Nukazon. This one is different from any other on the list, as you'll be partially relying on the cooperation of another human player. You see, Nukazon is an Animal Crossing marketplace managed through Discord. You can make lots of money doing tasks that others may not have the time to do themselves, such as crafting fish bait. Or maybe there's a particular furniture item someone really wants to complete a set, and it just so happens you have the item they need. There are many different ways to make money here, so if it sounds like something you're interested in, I'd suggest checking out the link and scrolling through some of the posts to familiarize yourself with how things work there. Now, I have to stress with this one, you are relying on another human player to cooperate and actually follow through, giving you the items or bells required as part of your transaction. I've heard of some folks getting ripped off, but the vast majority of Animal Crossing players I've met through my stream, Discord, Reddit, etc. have all been great to play and trade with. I should also stress, we are not talking about a real money exchange here. We're talking bells, the in-game currency only. It's actually against Nintendo's terms of service to sell in-game goods for real-world money. Now, it also doesn't have to be Nukazon. There are multiple subreddits and Discord groups out there that do very similar activities. In fact, if you're looking to get started, you're more than welcome to join my Discord as well. I'll include links to all of these down in the description below. So this video is all about making money without turnips, but now maybe you're curious as to how turnips in the stock market actually works in Animal Crossing. If you're thinking about giving it a try, check out the link on the top right side of your page right now, which is a link to my full guide for how buying and selling turnips works in New Horizons. And if you're ready to start working toward that 5-star island score, then check out the link on the bottom right side of your page. That's going to be it for me today. Remember, we all have a story to tell, and your story matters. Thanks so much for watching.